Okay, so this is the major muscles of the human head. We have the epicranius, which consists of the frontal belly, and it raises your eyebrows up, and your occipital belly, which pulls your scalp posteriorly. And then you have your orbicularis oculi, which would be number 4, and that helps you squint, blink, and close your eyes. Levator labii superioris is number 10, and that helps raise your upper lip. Zygomaticus major, which is number 12, and zygomaticus minor, which is lateral, raises the corners of your mouth to smile. Depressor labii inferioris, which is 15, draws your lower lip inferiorly. Your orbicularis oris closes your mouth, protrudes lips is for kissing and whistling. Your mentalis, number 16, protrudes your lower lip. Your buccinator, number 17, compresses your cheeks to whistle. Your masseter elevates your mandible, which is 21, to help you, which is actually a chewing muscle. And your temporalis, which is 22, is on the temporal region, and it elevates and retracts your mandible. So this is the muscles of the neck. 25 is your sternocleidomastoid, and that simultaneous contraction of both flexes of the neck. Scalenes, anterior, middle, and posterior is 37, 38, and 39, right here. 37, 38, and 39. So again, scalenes, 37 is your anterior, 38 is your middle, 39 is your posterior, and these elevate ribs 1 and 2. Your digastric,
1 and then 2.
1 and 2.
Okay.
Your digastric bellies, which is anterior and posterior, is 26 and 27. 26.
And the 27 is on right there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, so 26 and 27. So that means this would be your anterior belly and your posterior belly
Yep.
of your digastric muscles, and these depress your mandible up. Stylohyoid is number 28.
And that's right next to it. Right here.
Oh, so stylohyoid elevates your hyoid. That's for swallowing. Mylohyoid is 29. That elevates your hyoid, floor of mouth, so enables tongue to move food to the pharynx. Sternohyoid is 31.
Right there. Right here.
Oh, that's your sternohyoid. That depresses your larynx and hyoid. Sternothyroid is 35, and it pulls your larynx and hyoid inferiorly. Your omohyoid is 32.
Right here.
Omohyoid is 32, and you have both bellies, which is superior and inferior bellies. Omohyoid, and that depresses your larynx as well. Thyrohyoid is 36, and that would be that would lie inferiorly to your sternohyoid. So your thyrohyoid depresses your hyoid or elevates your larynx as well. And the sternocleidomastoid's been cut on both sides, so we'll skip that. Scalenes are not in here in this model. Digastric, just anterior belly is number 3. So that's your anterior bellies of digastric. Posterior is not in the picture. And that depresses your mandible again. Stylohyoid is number 4.
And we said that that's that. And then there.
That's number 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Stylohyoid. Okay, the stylohyoid elevates your hyoid during swallowing. Mylohyoid is number 2. And that elevates your hyoid. Floor of the mouth enables tongue to move food through pharynx. Sternohyoid is 35. Right there. That depresses the larynx and hyoid. Sternothyroid is not in this picture. Omohyoid is number 36. Right there. Omohyoid. and that depresses the larynx. And thyroid is 37, which is right there. Thyroid is right next to the thyroid, and it depresses your hyoid and elevates your larynx. The anterior muscles of the thorax, shoulder, and abdomen. And we'll start with the deltoid, which is number 47. So that's for deltoid, and that abducts your arm. Pectoralis major is 46, and that adducts and medially rotates your arm. Pectoralis minor is 48, and that draws your scapula forward and inferiorly. Serratus anterior is number 50, and that holds your scapula against your chest wall. External intercostals are number 51, over there. Those are external intercostals.
And they run that way.
Yes. And they elevate your rib cage, aids in inspiration. So they do the elevation. Elevation is up. 52 is your internal intercostals, and this depresses your rib cage and aids in forced expiration. So 51 is inspiration, external. 52 is inspiration, internal, for your intercostals. Diaphragm would be around here. Rectus abdominis. This is rectus abdominis, right?
Yeah, just like this line essentially.
Rectus abdominis. No, this is your transverse abdominis. This is your rectus abdominis.
Oh, that's right down there.
Yeah,
Right.
rectus abdominis, because transverse abdominis runs that way.
Yeah, it runs
Rectus
right
abdominis runs right down here.
Mhm.
The rectus abdominis compresses your abdomen in, and your transverse abdominis compresses your abdomen in, and your rectus abdominis flexes and rotates your vertebral column. So that would twist your column. The internal obliques should be inside your external obliques, and your external obliques would be on the outside, and the external obliques flex vertebral column, compresses abdominal wall, and your internal obliques does the same exact thing as your external obliques. And that's it.
Cool. Good.
Oh, the trapezius muscle stabilizes and raises the scapula. That's 45.
Okay.
The levator scapulae is 40.
So up there.
Is 40. And the levator scapulae elevates and adducts scapula. Let's see. 43 is the rhomboid minor muscle, and that stabilizes the scapula. 44 is the rhomboid major muscle, and that stabilizes the scapula. 49 is the supraspinatus muscle, and the supraspinatus abducts the humerus. And then him. So the latissimus dorsi is 16. Latissimus dorsi, and that extends, adducts, and medially rotates arm. Infraspinatus is 15. The infraspinatus laterally rotates the humerus. Teres minor is over here, the smaller one. And teres minor is the same as infraspinatus, which is laterally rotates the humerus. So the infraspinatus laterally rotates humerus. The teres major is this one, and it extends, medially rotates, and adducts humerus. And that's it.
We did the rhomboid.
The rhomboids we did on here, that was 43, 44. That's
Excellent.
brachii, that's 22. And that's the long head and lateral head. No, you got it backwards.
Long head, lateral.
Long head,
Yeah.
lateral head.
It's okay. Long head, lateral.
And that is a powerful forearm extensor. Okay, triceps brachii, medial head, and that is a powerful forearm extensor. And then triceps brachii is 16.
What is it?
Sorry, biceps brachii is 16.
Mm-hmm.
Biceps brachii. And there is the long head and lateral head.
Mm-hmm.
And biceps brachii is the powerful flexor of elbow, and it supinates forearm.
Okay.
18 is the brachialis, and it's just deep to the biceps, and it flexes the forearm. And the brachioradialis is 27, and it flexes the forearm as well. Okay, 28 is the pronator teres, and it pronates the forearm. 29 is the flexor carpi radialis. It flexes the wrist and abducts hand. 30 is the palmaris longus, and it tenses skin and fascia of the palm. 31, which is underneath here.
Oh, sorry.
31 is the flexor carpi ulnaris, and it flexes wrist and adducts the hand. So flexor carpi radialis, which is 29, flexes wrist and abducts hand. Flexor carpi ulnaris, 31, flexes wrist and adducts hand. So 42, we'll start with 42. 42 is the extensor carpi radialis longus, and this extends and abducts wrist. We also have the extensor carpi radialis brevis, which is 43, and that extends and abducts the wrist. The extensor carpi ulnaris is 46, and that extends and adducts wrist. 44 is the extensor digitorum, and that extends fingers. Good?
Yeah.
Is sartorius, that flexes, abducts, and laterally rotates femur and flexes the knee. Number 1, iliacus, that is the thigh flexor. Number 2 is the psoas major, and that also is a thigh flexor. That's it.
Okay.
That's your triangle right there.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why we have our vein and then our
What is that called?
Which one?
What do we call it?
The
Fun
triangle?
van?
the
Fun van.
Fun van.
fun van.
I,
Yeah.
I stand
Femoral
still.
vein, artery, and nerve.
Okay.
I stand still.
Always.
I always
Always
stand
stands.
still in line.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's the sartorius, and we're removing it. So first is number 20, and that's the gracilis. The gracilis adducts thigh and flexes knee. Then is the 19, the adductor longus. And this adducts, flexes, and medially rotates thigh. Let's do 18 next. So 18 is pectineus, and this also adducts, flexes, and medially rotates thigh. 22 is the adductor magnus, and it adducts, flexes, and medially rotates thigh. That's it. Femoris include the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, and vastus medialis. Number 14 is the rectus femoris, and that flexes the thigh and extends the knee. 17 is the vastus lateralis, and it flexes the thigh and extends the knee. Vastus medialis is 15, and it flexes the thigh and extends the knee. Number 3 is the tensor fasciolate, and that steadies the trunk on the thigh. Gluteus maximus, and this extends the thigh. 6 is the gluteus medius, and it abducts and medially rotates thigh. 25 is the biceps femoris, and it extends the thigh and flexes knee. 27 is semitendinosus, and it extends thigh and flexes knee. 28 is the semimembranosus, and it extends thigh and flexes the knee. 32, fibularis longus, also known as peronesus longus, and it everts the foot. 29, right here. Tibialis anterior, and it dorsiflexes foot. 30 is the extensor digitorum longus, and extends the toes. And then come back. So all of 34 and 35 are the gastrocnemius, and this plantar flexes the foot. 37 is the soleus underneath the gastroc.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it out.
It's right here.
Yeah. Okay.
37 is the soleus, and it also plantar flexes the foot.